The storyline for Grand Theft Auto 4 is the best of the GTA series, and certainly is the best written. Your main character this time around is Nico. Nico has traveled to America from an unnamed Eastern European country after things there went sour for him. Nico needs to make a living, and he's not here to sell Girl Scout cookies. His story is told without any real irony, which is a first for the series, and the game seems to actually have something to say about Nico and his acquaintances.
I killed people, smuggled people, sold people.
And you don't worry about your soul?
The visuals have been vastly improved, especially in the lighting department. Time of day is reflected by the sun's position, except when it's raining, which looks even cooler. There are still minor pop-up horizon issues, but nowhere near as much as San Andreas. The level of detail, like fake advertisements and graffiti, really make you feel as if you're in a real city. Car physics are more realistic, leading to more in-depth driving gameplay and extremely entertaining crashes, which tend to end in violent explosions. Such scenes of devastation are, for lack of a better term, totally freaking awesome. Interacting with people has also become more lifelike. People will react to the specific body part you injure on them. Shoot them in the arm, and they'll cradle their arm. Hitting their leg will cripple them, and a headshot will make them go down faster than a Liberty City prostitute. There are tons of different people to interact with in Grand Theft Auto 4.
Take a bite of my hot Chihuahua meat!
And most of your communication is done by cell phone.
Hey, Roman.
This may sound annoying having your phone ring all the time, but it's better than using those filthy payphones. Call up a buddy for a boys' night out, or give a girl a ring and take her out bowling. Nurturing your connections will eventually pay off with bonuses like helicopter access and illegal gun sales. Grand Theft Auto 4 is so epic that we can't fit it all into one review, so stick around for the rest, including our score, later in the show.
Going to die, friend!
With all the upgrades to the ambiance comes a jumping gameplay control. Nico has all the standard GTA hero abilities, but he's a cut above his predecessors when it comes to gunplay. GTA 4 uses a cover system reminiscent of Gears of War. You can hold the L trigger down all the way for lock-on, or only part way for free aiming. This isn't nearly as awkward as it sounds, but it's still not perfect. The auto-targeting still isn't very good at prioritizing threats. And good luck if somebody gets behind you. It's the one part of the game that doesn't quite hit the mark. The numerous other improvements make that a fairly minor complaint. The game autosaves after every mission, freeing you up to experiment without fear of losing progress. The missions themselves are universally interesting and fun to play. But of all the new features in GTA 4, there's one above all others that everyone wants to know about: multiplayer. You can party up with other players, which dumps you into a free-for-all lobby where you kill each other while the host picks game modes. You're all whisked from game mode to game mode effortlessly. And there's a lot to do. Complex objective-based team games like Mafia Work turn the base gameplay of GTA into a competitive race against intelligent opponents. Cops and Crooks is just what it sounds like, and marks the first time in the series we get to play as Liberty City's finest. There's also more traditional game types like straight-up car racing, or our favorite, blowing each other up with rocket launchers for 10 minutes. So, is it good? No, it's great. Will Xbox Live servers survive the strain of tomorrow's million-man GTA March? Let's hope so, because I have helicopters to destroy. In summary, Grand Theft Auto 4 is amazing. It takes what is arguably the signature franchise of the last generation and completely overhauls it while retaining the GTA feel. Get out to those midnight launches tonight. You need to play this game. A 5 out of 5.
You unlocked a cheat. Bonus stage.
Let's start with the act of Grand Theft Auto itself. Most people will gladly hand over their vehicle if you just simply air your weapon at them.
Don't be an idiot.
Just do as I say and no one gets hurt. Unless there's a cop in your vicinity, your wanted level won't rise. Once you get into your first car, you'll notice that the driving physics are now more realistic and take some getting used to. No more careening around corners at light speed, at least not without the use of your brakes. Later on, you'll get cars that perform better, but until then, brakes are your friend. And don't always rely on the GPS to tell you the fastest route to take, especially if the route is somewhat unconventional. Now that you're mobile, it's best to dive right into the meat of the game. Finishing off a bunch of main story missions first thing will help you a great deal later on. This will unlock a lot of the game's features that you won't get just goofing off. These features will also make goofing off later on a lot more fun. Okay, kids, I know we've been doing a lot of strategy and walkthroughs for Grand Theft Auto 4, but today's going to be different. We have a real cheat. A bend the rules, built the game, get what you need cheat. In GTA 4, your cell phone is your link to your friends, but it can also be your link to an inexhaustible supply of goodies. Say you need to get around the city, but you just don't want to pound the pavement from Dukes to Alderney. Understandable, that's a long walk. Just whip out your cell phone and dial one of the following numbers for an instantaneous automobile airdrop. For a basic no-frills car that'll just do the job of getting you from point A to B, punch in 227-555-0142. You'll get a Cognoscenti, ready for a trip around the block. If you want a little more style and speed, try 227-555-0168. That'll get you a Super GT you can tool around in. But if you need to make a quick water getaway, what do? You can spawn a Jetmax motorboat for a high-speed water chase by calling 938-555-0100. Just make sure you drop it somewhere you can actually use it. Finally, sometimes you just need a bird's-eye view of Liberty City. Easy. Just catch your own personal air taxi, complete with side-mounted machine guns. In order to get this bad boy, call up 359-555-0100. You'll have an Annihilator police helicopter just for you. Careful though, it can be pretty tough to find enough open space to spawn one. One last bonus cheat for you. There are plenty of goodies hidden around Liberty City, but it can be hard to find them all. Unless you know where to look, which we do. Head to your favorite internet cafe, go online, and type in www.whattheydonotwantyoutoKnow.com. You'll get a message board with maps to the location for everything from health packs and armor to those elusive diseased pigeons. Help clean up the streets of Liberty City. Happy hunting, my friends. Before we start, just a reminder that all of Grand Theft Auto 4's cheats are entered through Nico's cell phone. Unlimited power is just a phone number away. Sick of all the fun in the sun? Dial 468-555-0100 and the clouds will roll in. Dial again and it gets darker. Dial a third time and you'll need an umbrella. If you want the rain off, just input the number one more time and here comes the sun. If health is something you have a hard time maintaining, then dial 362-555-0100 and your health and armor will be restored in full. Dial 482-555-0100 and you'll get full health, full armor, and full ammunition. There's a big but here though. Using those last two cheats will prevent the Clean the Mean Streets, Finish Him, One-Man Army, and Walk Free achievements from being earned. So it's up to you. If you're desperate for health during a mission and don't want to cheat, then hop in a cab and head to the nearest fast food joint.
Bite this plump meat for juicy explosion.
All that ammo won't do you any good without weapons. Dialing 486-555-0100 unlocks 8 weapons, including the shotgun, sniper rifle, and RPG. Call 486-555-0150 to unlock 8 more weapons like Molotov cocktails and the AK-47. Using these codes will once again block the Clean the Mean Streets achievement. Now, just in case you're having a hard time attracting the police's attention, because I know that can be so hard in this game, there's a cheat that adds stars to your wanted level. Dial 267-555-0150 and relax while law enforcement descends upon you. Of course, the much more useful cheat of removing stars exists too. Every time you dial 267-555-0100, a star will drop off. Also dropping off when you use this cheat, more achievements. You've been warned. If you want to lose your wanted level without blowing your achievements, either start a mission or enter a safe house and save your game. Either method will give you a clean slate.
What about them swings?
Our first walkthrough is the mission where you have to steal a truckload of heroin from the Triads. After the cutscene where Phil fills you in on all the details,
Take it from them.
make your way over to the alley where the truck is located.
You have arrived.
You'll start off in a place where you can take the Triads by surprise. Since they're all standing around cars, a well-placed grenade will wreak some serious havoc. Take the rest out one by one and advance forward. As soon as you get a certain distance from the truck, it's going to take off and you have to chase it on foot. Don't worry that all the triads aren't quite dead. Just go. Once you reach the truck, you'll latch on, and the game will give you directions on how to pull an Indiana Jones and climb up while it's still moving. Smash the A button repeatedly to pull yourself up, then use the left stick to advance and keep yourself from falling off. It's not as hard as it looks. Once you make it up to the front, you'll automatically dispose of the driver. Then drop the truck off nearby, and you're done.
Your uncle asked me to give you this wedding present. Yes.
In the next mission, Derek wants you to kill Aiden O'Malley.
Just this last one. Please.
Problem is, O'Malley's in police custody. Derek's brother Packy tells you to set up an ambush using a truck in a tunnel. There will be 2 arrows indicating how to park the truck. Take your time and kill all the cops. Get in the armored car with O'Malley in it and wait for Packy to climb in the back. Now comes the tricky part. You need to lose your wanted level. Head out of the tunnel and get to the nearest bridge.
Over now, this is your final.
Cops will be flying at you until you get across the bridge. Oh, hey, look! Sarky's on! Ignore Mr. Sark's request to play Halo and keep going. Once you have more space to drive, you'll be able to ditch the cops. Then you'll be instructed to switch vehicles and take O'Malley to a quiet place where he can be easily disposed of.